up, y'all? Welcome back to my channel. Today's video is one that I have yet to do on my channel, but I am actually really excited about because I have filmed a few videos on TikTok in regards to what I am about to show you, but I have never done it on YouTube. So I'm really excited to show you guys, and it is my natural hair tutorial. I've been a little skeptical about doing it because, you know, the curly girl clique on social media feels very strongly about who does not fit into the curly girl clique, I guess you could say. So I have been holding off, and I'm not even gonna call this a curly girl video. It is my natural hair tutorial. This is what I do when I leave my hair natural, which I have been doing a lot recently, and I have fallen in love with my natural hair again, and I'm really excited to be on this natural journey. I thought right now would be a perfect time to show you guys because I actually did just dye my hair back to my natural color. I left a few money pieces in the front, so that's why it looks a little blonde when it's up. This is actually my first time styling my new hair, so I wanted to take you guys along the journey with me. So before we get started, I just want to show the products that I have been using for a few months now, and I think that these have really helped my natural hair journey. So what I have been using for quite some time now actually is this Cream of Nature leave-in conditioner, which I already put in my hair right after I got out of the shower, so I'm not gonna put that in today. For curl cream, I have been using the Twist Weather Up Lotion. It is a lightweight moisturizer for your hair, which works really best with my natural hair because my hair is very thin and the heavier creams tend to weigh my hair down a lot more, and I don't see my natural hair lasting as long as it has been after applying this into my routine. So I am very grateful for Twist, and I also use their bond strengthening treatment every week. Hi, Esteban.
Surprise, shawty!
Okay, so I use their strengthening bonding treatment as well. I apply that to my hair once a week. Every time I hop out of the shower, I actually alternate between the Shea Moisture protein treatment and the strengthening bond treatment, but both of them have given me amazing results. I feel like my hair is looking a lot more healthier than it has previously, and going back to my natural hair, that is what I was hoping for, to get the best results and just to get my hair growth down, because my hair has been stuck at a stagnant length since I was in 7th grade and I am 21. We gotta do something about it, you know? For mousse, I have been using the John Frieda Frizz Ease Curl Refresher. Yeah, Curl Reviver mousse. And then for gel, I have fallen in love with Josie Curls. These are the products that I will be using in the video today, and I will show you how I go about my routine. Okay, so what I went ahead and did off camera was re-wet my hair, and this is what we are working with right now. Every single time I do dye my hair, I do see a couple of straight strands hanging around. Obviously that's from the damage of dyeing it, so hopefully this will be my last time dyeing my hair for a very long time. So what I normally would apply first, which I already did, so I'm not going to do, is apply my leave-in conditioner. What I do go in with after is my cream. Don't add a lot, I really don't, because like I said, my hair is easily weighed down, and I don't need that right now. So this is just what I do. I glaze it over completely. Also, disclaimer, my mirror is this way this time, so if you see me looking in that direction, you see what I'm talking about with Alexa. I mentioned that in my vlog, my Christmas Eve vlog. Like, she just goes off at the most random times and it scares me. After I apply the cream, I will section my hair off and start working from the bottom up, and I start brush styling, and I will show how I do my brush styling on a few sections each. I'm not gonna do my whole head. You'll get the gist of what I do after I do it. So doing my whole head is unnecessary on camera and a waste of time. And I'm sure you guys don't want to have your time wasted. For that, we're gonna section this off here. And then what I do is I start from the back here. It's a little naughty because I had it in a bun. My fault. I really don't follow the curly hair method when they say your hair needs to be soaking, dripping wet, because my hair does not tend to work best. Okay, wait, before I start speaking, this is what I do. So you take the section, press it down into the brush, make sure there's tension, and then flip it over and glide it down like so. And what I do after, for some of them that I know are in more damaged areas, this one's not, but I'm just gonna do it for the sake of the video, is I'll roll it up on the handle of my brush and then just let her go. And you get a cute little spiral. But like I said, I don't do that on my whole head because it is time consuming. Most of the time what I would do is the same tension motion, except I won't twist it around the handle. I'll just let it do its thing, fall into its natural curl pattern like this. So flip it, glide it, tension, like so, and it'll form into its own little natural thing. And afterwards, what I like to do is just scrunch it, and there she is. But anyway, what I was saying before, I really don't follow a lot of the curly girl hair methods because my biggest problem when I was first starting to go natural was I was watching a lot of hair tutorials of girls who had very beautiful curls, but not the same as my curly hair pattern. And I feel like it did more damage than help what I was doing. So I kind of just learned what worked best for me, and I've been sticking to that routine, and I am in love with the results that I have seen throughout the few months. And yeah, that's one thing that I really do suggest when, you know, you are transitioning back to your natural hair, especially if you've endured years of heat damage, color damage, whatever damage it is. You really just have to find what works for your hair, what works best for your hair, and what works for my hair won't work for yours, and vice versa, and that's okay. But it is really important to just find your own routine and just stick to it. And there's gonna be people on the internet that are telling you you're doing it wrong, but listen, if it works for you, you do what you gotta do. And this is what works for me, and I like it. I'm styling my hair. I don't really like, it's wet. It's wet enough. It's just not to the point where it's dripping all over me because my hair just doesn't do good in, you know, that setting. Which, like I said, it's fine. Okay, so you've gotten the gist of what I am doing on the bottom section, and I will see you when I get to the top section. Okay, so I just finished the bottom section. This is what it looks like now. They are a lot more defined than what they looked like previously. So next, what I just do is I will lightly clip these back, if I can find a clip. And I don't have another clip right now, so we're just gonna use this one. This clip is not gonna work because it's just not grabbing all my hair. But anyway, this is pretty much what I would do. I'll just clip this section below and start working at the top. Oh, okay. It's resting on my neck a little weird, but yeah, okay. So this is what I will do as I start to bring down the next section. That's also another thing that I really don't do is my hair goes in a million different directions. So I feel like making a straight part just would make my hair look a little lopsided because that's just not what it naturally does. And so I just kind of let it free form on its own. Wherever it ends up going is how I clip it out of my face. The next section that I will do is just this little section. I always take my crown. Oh, Jesus, don't do that. That's why I have so much hair breakage. But I'll just take my crown out of the way and leave this as a third section because it is tiny and it doesn't really bother me that much to do another one. And also I just don't like mixing it in with this like lower part here because it just looks a little funky. So basically the same thing over again. We're gonna re-wet it because it did dry up a little bit. And it's mostly in this section where you'll see me doing the barrel roll, because I like the top of my hair to obviously be a little more defined, and 2, this is where most of my damage is, so it does need a little extra help in getting its natural formation back. Wow! In that scenario, I did do 2 strands in one. So what I like to do is just separate them as they're wet, because trying to separate them when they're dry, just for me at least, makes my hair look frizzy. You know what, actually, we're just gonna do this one in one, because this is a pretty big paddle brush and I've never tried this, but we're gonna try this together. So a lot of TikTok videos that I have seen, like using the paddle brush, they do take bigger sections because obviously it is a bigger brush, but I've never tried to do the bigger sections with the barrel roll, because I just figured, you know, they need to be in their own little section. So we're just gonna try it, see how it looks. Okay, so just untwist it like that. Okay, that was actually so much easier. I feel like I just got 3 different sections done in one sitting. Shoot, I might do this. Make my life easier. Work smarter, not harder. And what I found is, like, after scrunching it, I am able to see, I can see like where the strands should be separated a lot easier than when oh, I can't see this one though. Hello. Which way are you going? This way, okay. See? Just separates them easier after the scrunch. Oh, this is a look. Now for these, I do pretty much the same thing, just going backwards instead, if that makes any sense. So what I'll do is start at the top here, and then I'm gonna pull up while still having that tension, and this part might be out of frame. Brushing upwards just gives you a little more lift at the root, which I enjoy a lot because I like volume. And so from here, I'm just gonna take it and start twisting down, which you can't see now, but you'll see when I get down to lower strands. Pretty much the same motion that you saw me doing on the rest of my head. Grab it so I have control of it, and I don't lose it. And then we're just gonna do the same untwisty motion. And at the end, I like to just twist it a little more because those tend to get stuck in the brush. And there you go. As you see, after I scrunch, you can start to see where the curls need to unclump. So I will just lightly untwist them. Just for the sake of time, I'll do the front piece here. For here, I like to go up, like flip the brush upward, untwist like so. I'm gonna scrunch. I'm gonna separate first, it's just the bigger clumps, and that's what they should look like. I'm going to finish these really quickly off camera just so I could speed this up a little more, and I will be back. The hard part is done, which is the brush styling, and the rest is pretty self-explanatory afterwards. So what I like to do is, actually, what do I do? Do I do gel or mousse first? I don't know what I do first. I don't know why I just drew a blank there, but we're gonna go in with gel and hope this is what I normally do. If not, these are gonna be some funky, hopefully good looking results. But with the gel, because I had already just brush styled it and I don't want to rake my fingers anymore, is I will just glaze it over and go in with the scrunching movement to make sure every strand is coated. And that's the sound you like to hear. So this is what it will look like after step 2, and between each step I like to take at least more like 5 minutes to just let each product actually sit before I go and apply another product. So I'm gonna let the gel sit for a little bit, and then I am going to apply the mousse. And I appreciate this product so much for coming into my life. We love him. While I'm sitting here waiting for this, like I said, it's taken me a while to come on YouTube and do my natural hair routine because the curly hair crew is brutal. Like, y'all are savages, and it makes me kind of sad, not gonna lie, because a lot of people are, you know, a part of the curly hair niche and a lot of them will encourage you to embrace your natural hair, embrace your natural waves or curls or whatever it is that you have. Just embrace your natural hair. But then on the flip side, it's like you do embrace your natural hair and everybody's like, oh, you don't have curly hair. Stop claiming you have curly hair. If your hair's not wet when it's curly, it's not curled. And I'm like, okay, like, I'm over it. I don't want to be a part of it. I just want to be a part of the natural journey. So we're just going to go with the natural crew. The curly queen herself has walked in the building. She was at school today. Yes. I was just doing my natural hair on camera, and I was saying how I don't like to say I have naturally curly hair because the curly hair, like, crew be coming at you. Mm-hmm. If you don't have curly hair, like, she's got curly hair. I don't have her curls like her. I could say that tenfold. I know that, but I think my hair is curlier than wavy, but not as curly as hers.
I mean, you're still curly. It's just, people only say that because you use, like, the brush to add more definition, but it doesn't mean you don't have curly hair.
But you do, too.
Yeah, I do, too.
That's what I'm saying. Like, what? Look at how curly her hair is. She uses a brush to define her hair. She actually is the one who taught me how to use the brush to define my hair. So props to sister.
I just smacked myself in the face.
You heard it from the curly girl herself. So, to the haters. Yeah, with the mousse, though, I do add a lot of mousse because, like I said, my hair has endured so much damage that it does not hold product at all. So the more mousse, the better. And okay, so what I do here is I just flip it upside down, shake it a little bit out. I hope you can see what I'm doing. And then in this position, I will apply a little bit more just to make sure there's no frizzies underneath. Make sure everything is set in place. And scrunch again. And I like to, like, grab my roots and just lift them up as I'm scrunching. Just to, again, get it off of my scalp and give it a little more extra volume. And this is pretty much what we're going to be working with for a little bit. Now, I do diffuse, but I like to let my hair air dry for the majority, like at least until it's about 60-70% dry, because I am trying to get away from heat and I am trying to get away from coloring and I am just trying to get away from anything that could damage my hair. So I don't like to put heat on my hair when it's soaking wet, because that is when your hair is most vulnerable, especially to damage. So we are gonna let her air dry for a little bit, and then I will come back with a little diffusing routine that I do. What I forgot to mention was when I am in my drying process, I do clip these just out of my face, 1, and 2, I like the way they dry because it does give a little bit of lift in the front. At this point, my hair is kind of semi-dry. It's building its cast, which is also another reason I like to let it air dry. I like to have a little gel cast before I do go and apply heat. When I do my diffusing routine, it's more of just hovering. Like hovering over each section, making sure that it's building that cast, making sure that the curls do not lose their definition. And then what I will do after I hover diffuse is scrunch it in. And when I am doing the diffusing part with the actual diffuser head, there are some strands that do tend to be a little funky looking. So what I like to do is just cup my hand in the curl and put the heat not on my hand, obviously, but direct it in that area. Just get the sense of the diffuser head that it is lacking, if that makes any sense. This is gonna be the tricky part because I don't have an outlet where I set this up. I like to keep it in the warm setting. I don't have it on the hottest. And ow! That just hit my knee and fell off of it. What I did do is apply a little bit of heat protectant. Like so. I said I did not do it yet, but what I was going to do was...
Sorry, I'm not sure.
I'm not talking to you.
All right, ask me whatever you like.
What? So in this point, this is what I'm gonna do, the hovering. Now what I will do is flip over. Again, we're gonna pinch the roots just a tiny bit. I don't like to touch my hair too much when it is in the drying process. I feel like that has definitely been a mistake of mine over the years when diffusing is I like to touch and scrunch and scrunch. And that is when I noticed the most frizz happens. Once your product is already set and once the curls have already formed, they will do their thing. The only thing that needs to touch is the diffuser head. But at this point, I am just still trying to get that gel cast set. It has already pretty much set as it was flat, but I just want to make sure that as I'm flipping over, it's still setting correctly, if that makes sense. Sorry, I'm trying to make this make as much sense as possible. So once I've done side to side, now I'm going to flip upside down and just diffuse underneath. And again, I'm gonna look crazy. I'm gonna look like the grunge in this. My hair is pretty dry, so this is where I'll start the cupping process. What I'm gonna start with, and what I always start with though, is upside down. And then also when I am applying the tool to my hair, I will flip on and off between the cold setting right here. All right, so at this point I am pretty done and I'm actually okay with the result. When I dye my hair, I go into my natural routine hoping for the best but preparing for the worst, because when I get my hopes up thinking that they will look like perfect right after I get my hair done, I am left completely disappointed, and I will go in and apply products on top of products on top of products, trying to just get that natural form back. And what I've learned from dyeing my hair over the years is it will eventually come back. It just needs a little time. So I'm really not upset with these results at all. Okay, so I do tend to switch on and off between a few oils. Some of my favorites are the Josie Curl hair and scalp oil. This one is, what? Oh, that was a nice catch. This one is really good for dry, it says dry hair, dry scalp, and split ends. So what I haven't really heard about this one though is if it's good on color treated hair. So until I do more research on that, what I'm going to use is the Briogeo Don't Despair Repair Strengthening Treatment Oil. And this is just going to go on my ends. But this one has been one of my faves, and it's beautiful. Look at her. She's got a little rose in there. She's a cutie. I love her. So we're just going to put a little bit. The rose makes it a little hard to get things that, like, get the oil out of here, I'm not gonna lie. A little like that, and we're just the same thing as I did with the gel. I'm just going to glaze it over on both sides and then just scrunch it in just to make sure every strand is coated. There is a little bit of volume that is starting to show. I'm like looking at my hair because, like I said, I got it dyed right before the new year, and I left the salon with it curled, not curly naturally, but it was curled, and I'm like looking at both of these sides. Oh, okay, I guess not. I was like, I feel like this side is a little shorter than this side, like they were cut uneven, but maybe I'm just tripping. All right, so also a little tip that I do when I'm going out is I will take a pick and just go under, lift the roots a little more, just to have a little more volume, but I'm not doing anything on this lovely Friday night. So I'm just gonna leave her alone. This is my natural hair, and I hope the tips and the products that I showed help you guys in your journey some way, somehow. What I will do is I will link all the products that I use down below. They are super affordable and they have shown me the best results thus far. So we have similar hair types, you might want to consider using them. But that is it for today's video. Thank you guys so much for watching. Please don't forget to like, subscribe, and follow me for more videos. Also, you can follow me on my socials, which I will put on the screen right now. And I will also link them below in my description. Once again, thank you guys for watching. Love you guys, and I will see you guys in my next video.